హలో నమస్తే వెల్కమ్ టు Telugu360 నేను వీణా సాధినేని సెప్టెంబర్ 5న ఘాటి అనే మూవీ రాబోతుంది. అందులో స్వీటెస్ట్ ట్వీటీ నటించారు, సింప్లెస్ట్ క్రిష్ గారు దర్శకత్వం వహించారు. అయితే మనతో పాటు ఉన్నారు సాఫ్టెస్ట్ విక్రమ్ ప్రభు గారు. మాట్లాడేద్దాం. హలో అండి.
வணக்கம்.
வணக்கம். நல்லா இருக்கியா?
நல்லா இருக்கேன்.
Nice to see you in Hyderabad.
Thank you for the warm welcome.
Yeah, we Telugu audience love movies a lot. And we also love actors from Tamil Nadu. So why it took so much time to come here?
I think it's just my own comfortability. I took my time doing the movies that I wanted to in Tamil, and there were a bunch of opportunities that kept calling me in Telugu, but I wasn't ready at that time, or at least that's what I felt. Then when eventually Krish Garu came, he wanted to come meet and talk about the story. I said, yeah, okay, let's meet. And I'm just happy, like, you know, I met a person like Krish because I could immediately gel with him. And that was the first step. And then the story he told was very convincing. Of course, Anushka ma'am in it. So I was like, okay, well, all tick boxes and everything. And this whole story of like where it is placed, you know, the Ghats. So that was very. You wanted to go live that world. You wanted to go live that character. So that it said okay, and I was just like convinced. So I started now.
Go the conversation and everything with Krish Garu.
See, if you, I mean, I'm sure the audience over here know Krish, but for me, he was a very new person. When one of the directors, A.L. Vijay, who I worked with, he only called me and he said, Krish Garu wants to meet you. And I was like, wait, who do you mean Krish? And he's like, for us in Tamil, Vanam, Akashama, oh yeah, Vedam, sorry.
Vedam.
Yeah, Vedam, that movie was Vanam over there.
Okay.
And since then, everyone knew who he was. So immediately, Vijay sir said, it is Vanam director. I was like, oh, okay. And I know that he hadn't done too many Tamil movies after that. He was fully concentrating on Telugu. So I knew that he had done the NTR biopic and all those things. So because I have a whole bunch of people who were talking about that movie and everything. So I knew what he was doing, the Manikarnika and everything. So I was like, okay, I'm meeting this person. So he's a very well-established director. So when he first came, I was like, sir, why me, sir? And yeah, he was like, no, I when I wrote this character, I thought about you, and I immediately wanted to talk to you. I was like, oh, okay, that's great. And I was like, so why? But still, why? They're like, no, I've seen so many of your movies, and I like what you bring to the character and everything. So I just feel like this character has all those things in it. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And then we just kept talking about cinema and everything. And then slowly he started into telling the story. But that first half an hour of just getting to know who he was as a person, that he was extremely warm, like, you know, like but he makes you feel very comfortable. Yeah. A person like that as a director will only be even better. So that comfortableness that he brought was what made it like immediate okay.
So you saw Vanam movie, like Vedam.
Yes.
Same cast, Anushka Garu and Krish Garu.
Yeah.
And did you ever imagine that you would work with these people?
No, I mean, see, as far as cinema, like I don't really like look forward to like, oh, I should work with these people, or I should. I just feel like I'll keep doing my work. When things happen, they will happen. And that's how I think Ghati also happened, because Krish Garu has seen my work and he's approached me. So I always put in my effort. Like, I'll be, regardless of thing, I'll put in my 100%. So when my initial first Telugu approach was Gunasegaran sir actually came to come say a story for Rudrama Devi.
Oh.
At that time, I was I didn't have those dates at that time to even give, you know. So I felt bad that he came all the way home and he's telling the story. I was like, sir, I have projects lined up, sir. I cannot give immediately.
Achha, because of dates.
Yes. So that role was actually Allu Arjun sir did that role.
Allu Arjun.
So
Oh, that's supposed to do. You're
yeah.
supposed to do
So
that.
I was very happy that he did that role,
Yeah.
because it is still talked about today. But that was the initial approach, and then in between a whole bunch of other movies and all came, but I wasn't ready at that time. But like you said, I think what made me ready was Krish only. Like when I met Krish, I was like, okay, I'm gonna travel with him.
This means to happen. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yes. Exactly. So with I'm guessing if it had happened Rudramadevi, then I would have again acted with Anushka Garu only. So yeah, it had to happen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So when it comes to movie, when it comes to films, we see cinema in a different way. I believe you see in a different way. So what's your perspective?
See, I India is a very large country with a lot of languages. I think every state has its own audience as the languages change. Um, I always have this one perspective that Tamil cinema is somewhere between Malayalam cinema and Telugu cinema, because Telugu cinema really celebrates everything about what heroism is, and what larger than life cinema is, and that's how cinema was always. It was this larger than life, a little outside of life. What if these things happen? All those things. And you go towards Malayalam cinema, it's more like day-to-day things happening and all those things. So Tamil cinema is somewhere between those two. And but now after this whole OTT, it's kind of like converging into different worlds coming into the same thing. So I think my perspective of what cinema is itself is a place to just go say the stories that you want to say. And I've always chosen the movies that I want to do. Apart from the ones that do come, I've always chosen, like, okay, let's not be on the same path as every other thing. I go with what I believe in, and be it a commercial cinema or be it something that is very emotional. I mean, like love cinema, or how do you say, about relationships, or something that is extremely dry, like a movie named Tanakaran that I did. Or something that is more socially talked about. Different scripts or different stories can be told to the audience in our medium.
Yeah.
So I do take it as a little bit of an extra effort when I try to do certain movies, because we do want to tell them a few stories. At the same time, also entertain them. So regardless, when you go into the theatre, you want to get entertained. So the entertainment factor is always the first. But there are other stories that you can and you will come across, and that you do want to put it out. And I take it up as a responsibility to do certain movies also.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, listening to your perspective, is that way you choose the Ponniyin Selvan?
Yes. See, Ponniyin Selvan was Maniratnam sir actually called me. He saw one of my movies. It's called Tupaki Munai. He saw that, and immediately for him, the character that he gave me in Ponniyin Selvan, yes. So that character he could see in that. So he immediately called me, and he sat and he told me around half or 45 minutes we had one talk about. He told me what my character is and what he expects out of it and everything. And for me, in my mind, I was like, this is Maniratnam sir's dream project. And we in Tamil Nadu know for how long he's been trying to do this movie. This initially started with MJR sir, then Kamal sir tried to do this. Then finally, Maniratnam sir was the one who was able to pull it off. And that too, he had a struggle. He had to shoot it through Corona and everything. For me, like when he called me and he was telling me this thing, I was like, yeah, I'm just going to do it. Like, there was no second question about it, because the character was amazing. There's no way the story moves without this character being involved. And I myself, like, I had a whole bunch of different variations of emotions that I could carry. And what more can you ask? And it's already a large scale production, and it's one of those movies that we are proud to have in our library of movies, because it does touch a whole bunch of literature that was already existing. And I was just like, okay, yes, I'm going to do PS. There's no question about it. As far as perspective, if you're asking me, it's just purely like also a fan moment for being a part of Manisha's dream project, and him asking me to do that was even much of a better thing than me going and asking, can I be part of it? So that is something I think I've earned from what of the movies I've done.
So one dream check.
Yeah.
So do you have other dreams, like you wanna work with these people, you wanna work
See,
collaborate
like I
with
said,
them?
I never expected to work with Mani sir. I just kept doing my work and it happened. And if you ask over here, I'm a big fan of Rajamouli sir.
Rajamouli garu.
When I was in Bombay, me and my best friend from Hyderabad, we all, his name is Ratul.
Okay.
We all used to sit and watch Magadira. There was a week when we watched Magadira every day. It's just like there wouldn't be anything on the TV, so we just like sit and watch. And the other person who was with us was Dulkar. So just three of us, we used to sit in Bombay in my apartment and we used to watch Magadira. So I'm a big fan of Rajamouli garu. I've always enjoyed his movies. It's one of those things of like simple story but highest entertainment value, right? And he does that in such a nice way. I was watching Eega last week, and I was just like, my God. So just a person to even think that they can just go do a movie with a fly, you know, I mean, completely putting the faith on CG. And to be like the front runner of such things is amazing, you know. So you can only imagine like what more can he do. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. When it comes to directors like Rajamouli garu and Krish garu is like more of a communal, the nativity. You know, each frame it should be very natural.
Exactly.
And it tells a different story of people. Everyone is a hero in Krish garu's movie.
Yes.
Okay, so it's like that. What about Ghati?
It's the same. It's the same. Like he's an extremely passionate filmmaker. When he said the story, he had a certain kind of passion. When we got to the set, like I mean, he would give me the dialogues a day before, because that's one request I had given him, because I'm not familiar with the language. So I would understand, learn my lines, and I'd get there. But then he'd tweak it a little bit, because he felt there's just by adding a few extra words or changing a few words, it was more in connect with the humanness of what was happening. And he is so good with you know, like Telugu literature. It's amazing. Like he's just a poet. Like that, I keep calling him, you're a poet just walking around here. What are you doing? Like, I mean, everything that he sees in his eyes, in his frame, he wants to paint a picture. That's how this Ghati is. Even if you see the Ghati, the writing, right? It has art inside it. Like everything that is on frame, he has a certain kind of input and detailing to it. So where does it start? It starts with the humanness of the person, and the love and thing that, you know, it's such a passion of it's crazy. Like whatever you described about him is perfect. I just add like extreme passionate filmmaker.
So he's very choosy also, like he is?
Yes. I mean, he's choosy about what he wants on screen, what he wants to deliver on screen. But he's also a person who gives the space for the actors to perform only so that we understand our character and we try to bring life to it. And then if there is anything that he wants to just, you know, like kind of correct, he'll just come and throw us inputs. And then we try to find what he wants, and then we do that. So that is something as an actor you also like doing, because we have to understand the script that he's given. Since he's a wonderful writer, when you read it, you will understand it, and you try to see what the emotions are that carry from one to the another to the next, and then they, you know, how it blooms. So that is something. His writing is excellent.
So did Anushka garu helped you in you know, telling the dialogues?
There were places when, you know, we had a lot of scenes where there's a lot of people around us. So when there's a lot of people, the directors get very tensed, like, oh, this has to happen, that has to, that guy is looking into the camera, this guy should be doing this, everything. And then in that hustle bustle, sometimes Krish will come inside and he'll just say something to both of us and he'll leave.
Okay.
I'm like, he just came, told
What did
us
he just
everything.
say?
He just told everything in Telugu. You understood it. I didn't understand. You please tell me what he's saying. So then she would actually take the time to like explain it to me just before the camera starts rolling. And then like, oh, okay. And then, so it made it more fun to work like that. Yeah.
How is working with Anushka garu? How is she on locations?
Wonderful. See, as an actor, you want to work with good co-artists. They bring a certain kind of warmth to your working space, and she's such a professional. She's proved herself again and again. How wonderful of an actor, of an artist she is, and just to be there to do all the sequences with her was just awesome. Like anytime she was there, it would just be even more of a lighter feeling. Like it's like, okay, yeah, we got this. I know that she's gonna ace her thing, and if anything, also she's gonna keep an eye on me. Also, if I mess up my Telugu anything, she'll tell this thing. And told her also, I was like, listen, he's given me these lines and all. I don't even know how these words are supposed to be told. So if there is anything, please help me. So she was sweet enough to do those. She doesn't have to, but it was just so sweet. Like she'd even like keep a check on if I had a whole bunch of tattoos on my neck and my hand and all. The first time when I went there, the first day of my shoot, it was, I think, third or fourth day of shoot for the movie, and she'd already been shooting a fight sequence for the first 3 days. And I went there and we were placing all these tattoos. If you see on her hand and all, she has all these tattoos. Yeah. So we were figuring out like where all I should put my tattoos on my hand. So she was only saying where I should put the tattoo because the characters Silavati and Desiraju, they know themselves so well. Mm-hmm. So she actually said, okay, no, this is where the tattoo, and Krish said, you yourself put the tattoo. So then she only put the whole tattoo on all my hands. So we had that whole chemistry building from the first day of shoot. So it was wonderful working with her.
How many days the tattoos have been here?
Every day it's one of those things that will fade out after a certain thing. So she used to keep a track of, oh, that tattoo is missing. I was like, yeah, okay, good. You're keeping a track means good then. So I also kept a track. I was like, okay, one tattoo is missing. You gotta keep it. Yeah.
So when it comes to Raju, what draws to you to it? And how did you prepare for it?
See, it's again, it's just the reading, understanding the world you're in. I can say that you're coming to the theater, you're going to enter a different world. That whole this Ghati world and everything. So like that only even I approached it. I was like, this is a completely different thing. Like we are all city bred, right? Like completely cut this off. You're going there and you're trying to understand what their livelihood is. So how they are built from carrying all these heavy loads on their back. What makes them do this work, all those things. So it is almost like a character definition of what, where, when, how, all these things that you question when you're going in. And that's how I was trying to find Desiraju. And it's always that 2 to 3 days it'll take, like to get comfortable into the skin of that character and everything. Yeah. What helps is actually shooting away from everything. Like when we went and shot in Odisha, this place, it was called Diomali. Mm-hmm. Nobody's ever shot movies there. So we were actually the first unit to go place a camera and shoot sequences there, and it was a very barren virgin land. So for us to go there and get into that world and then shoot, it was just like from scratch. You try to understand, oh, okay, this is how it can be, this is how, okay, this terrain, how will you walk and go, what are the tough things that happens. So you start thinking like that character more and more and more.
So by now you are like a forest friendly, I would say,
because of my first movie. Yes.
Movie. Yeah. And what's the difference you found?
difference I found, I mean, the terrain
What's
was different.
challenging?
Terrain is different. The first movie, most of the forests that we going into would be on top of the elephant. So I think I found like 15 new species of spider all on me because we'd be going through the spider webs. But over here, it was just it was very dry but cold. Can get extremely hot because of the heavy boulders over there. It's like almost like Hyderabad. Like, you know, you have a lot of boulders it's Boulder City, basically. Like that, most of the places where we shot, it's either extreme green or a whole bunch of rocks. And most of the places where we shot, if you slip and fell, if you keep your hand, it'll just cut it. Because the rocks were just like, you know, they were sharp from like, I think, arid weather. It was very different for me. It was very different. I'm sure the entire unit also felt different about it. It's a terrain I've never been a part of because it was full of shrubs. You know, shrubs, right? They only grow a certain thing, but it's full of thorns and everything. So we shot in spaces like that. Then we shot in spaces where we couldn't see more than like 10, 15 feet away. So it's all these different terrains that we did shoot in. But
We saw, you know, very big shots from, you know,
Yes.
that higher level.
Yes.
It was amazing to see the
Yeah,
trailer.
no,
and
the team has really put in the effort. See, we go there, we see it, but then what the camera captures is a completely different thing. So, Manoj, the cameraman for this movie, DOP, he was given by Krish a thing to say that, see, there is Sweetie, there's Vikram, and then there is the hills. You have to get the mountains because they're also a part of this movie. So, give them life. So this was his perspective to actually go and give life to what was there, capture what was there. And I think he's done a wonderful job.
So when it goes to Orissa and that kind of places, Ghati, the meaning is different for them. So how did it happen to communicate with the locals about the Ghati?
Yeah, no, we had proper communication people because, like, you know, it always excites me that, you know, we live in a country where there's so many languages. You just have to travel 3 hours, people talk a different language. And to go to a place like Odisha, that border, and couldn't understand anything. I'm like, what are they saying? Like, you tried to, you know, like, if you watch Tamil movies, you'll understand to a certain extent. Over there, we couldn't understand anything. So when we got there, that was the first hurdle. And to talk to all these people who do this ups and downs, so and have these local people, like, how do they do all these things? And between shots, I'll go sit, I'll ask them how they do this, what are the things they face and everything. So these things were all a learning curve, you know. But I think beyond anything, the climate is the most toughest thing that they actually have to go through because the skin and all was like almost like parched. Like, you put too much sun and then you put too much cold, what happens? It just kind of like gets shiny and thing. That's how it was. They do go through a lot of terrain.
So when it comes to heroes and movies, everyone want to be, you know, that elevation, that music, the slow motion action sequences, it has to be. So when it comes to Ghati, the hero of the film, the face of the film is like Anushka. So how did you okay with it? Are you?
I'm okay with it.
Because people like heroes, they want that.
Yeah, no, see,
And
that
it's your
is,
debut.
it is, yes. I mean, see, the thing is, that is again, how you asked about my perspective of cinema, right? My perspective of cinema is very different from what the majority of people think cinema is or how it should be or anything. You're talking about elevation and all those things. Yeah, the heroism and whatever is needed. If the director requires it, he'll keep it. I'm not the director of the movie. I'm there to come do that movie because the director approached me and I liked the movie and I liked the script. Not just my character, I like the script because when you go watch a movie, you don't come out saying, oh, okay, the hero did well, heroine did well, movie is okay. Then the movie is not going to do good. You're going to say, oh, the movie was superb. That means everything inside was good. So that's how I see cinema. Like, I see that, okay, the whole thing has to be good. If you go, you eat a cake and the cake in the center is not done well, you're going to be like, it's not cooked well properly. That's how it is. So the whole thing has to be good. So cinema has to be good. For cinema to be good, that movie, right, the specific project, that has to be good. When I come into a project, I know what I'm coming in for, and I'm just happy that whatever character I've chosen, whatever movie I am in, I'm very happy about. And I am a team player. I believe in that, because whatever the biggest superstar you are, cannot make a movie run if the movie is not good. That's basically it. Like today, you will understand that because social media is in your face, right? So you understand that even better. A script is important. The movie has to be good. Then everyone is happy about it. So that is the first preference for me. The movie has to be good.
Cool. So one finally, like, if you want to say anything in Telugu to the audience, please say why do you people should watch Ghati in Telugu, please.
In Telugu,
Try.
Maybe for my next movie I'll try. But I have dubbed in this my own Telugu, so I have my try at Telugu. So I hope you all.
Do you remember any small dialogue from Telugu? Because I want to listen you speaking Telugu.
Do you have your phone? I'll play the YouTube for you.
That we saw.
No, the thing I've really, like, I enjoyed shooting on location, understanding the lines that I was saying. It was a tongue twister for me in certain places. I was wondering, like, how that one word Bratakalu, like but I was like, how are you even saying the R and the T and everything? Like, for me, it took me a while to even get that word. I was like, say it. And ask the assistant director, Dedeep, I was like, keep saying it. I was like, how are you saying it? Like, I couldn't even understand how he was slurring and changing the words, right? So that was the hurdle that I had to overcome.
I thought for Telugu people it's tough to Tamil.
There are a few words that you will find tough in Tamil. For me, it's the same way. Most of the words I'd be able to say, but then you cannot form a sentence if one word is off. So that was a hurdle for me, but I got through the hurdle, I feel, and I'm happy with what I could bring to my dub. So hopefully you'll all forgive me if there's too many mistakes or anything.
No problem. Definitely Krish garu will see and he'll correct you anyways. There will be no mistakes or no mispronouncing anything. So thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you.
September 5th na movie vastundi kabatti manam kuda chusedam. Thank you.